Alright, so my pieces of wood are picked up. I just got some plywood here from my local Lowe's. It was like 15 bucks. That is a perfect amount of money to spend to build a Chiron Sea light. Now, what I'm going to do is take it, put it up on the horse, trace this puppy out, and then we can start cutting. Let's do it.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me like. I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new night. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, who could light this fire? So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. You can't wait to see me now, 'cause lately you've been feeling down. You lay awake alone at night.
Alright, so after everything is cut and trimmed, I've decided the way I'm going to put both of these together is with dowels. So I just drilled a bunch of holes. As you can see, I have my 5/16 dowels here, and I just drilled out a little hole, a little bit smaller, and then I'm just going to start wedging them in and just clamp them down and squeeze both of them together. I have a little bit of wood glue that I'm going to also put on it just as an extra precaution. By the way, this is beyond overkill, the amount of holes that I'm drilling, but again, this is going in a car, and gosh forbid it gets leaned on or something. I don't want it to just shatter and turn to dust. Didn't put all this hard work in here for nothing, and I want it to have some rigidity and structure to it. So with that being said, let's dowel them.
Forget the world and drive real far. Put that record on again. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, who could light this fire? So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new night. Fighting the
Alright, so all the dowels are in, the glue is on and dried. I just sanded it down with some, what is this, 36 or 40 or something. Sanded it down with some 40 grit sandpaper just to kind of go over a little bit. I'm not worried about sand scratches in this. This will be upholstered, so that's all going to get covered. But it was just to make sure all the dowels are flush with the board. So what I'm doing now is, now that I sanded down all the dowels, I'm just putting a little dot of glue on each one of the tops. I'm going to take one of my flux brushes and just kind of smear it all in there. What are you doing? What are you doing out there, huh? And I'm just going to smear all that in. And then flip it over, do the same to the other side. And then I'm going to start getting the LEDs ready. that is a super tedious process. My hands are kind of numb, but it is not without finishing the job. So, what you saw me doing was taking some aluminum that I had, and I was bending it into these little slots. Basically, I just realized you couldn't even see me. I was bending it into little slots. So basically, everything now could bend and conform perfectly while still being rigid. That is now in. Look what this glue did to me. This glue. Okay, so everything is conformed and in. What I have to do now is take all this, do a test fit in the car with everything in and glued down. Yeah, I would say this is dry enough. It still feels a little. Why does it feel like that? Alright, well, maybe I'll give it another minute, and then we're gonna test fit it in here, and we can then put the beautiful LEDs on that. Finally got it to fit in place. I had to do some sanding off camera because I kept having to go in and out, in and out, in and out, sand, test fit. Finally, everything fits beautifully. And this is gonna be the first look at what it's gonna look like, basically. Because I still have, before I show you, I still have a cover, which is this whitened plastic piece. And that's going to disperse the light the same way these lights appear to disperse light, how you can't really picture, you can't see any like one particular LED. So this is going to be the first look. You ready? Unfortunately, something came up and I couldn't finish what I wanted to get done today, but I still want to leave you off on just the almost finished product. Before everything gets really pretty, I just want you guys to be able to see. Just, let me just show you. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. The next video you see, that is going to be completed. I'll see you guys in the next one.